So I almost feel like I'm invading your date night because it's rare to see you both out on the carpet together.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's not like we're at Olive Garden
No.
or anything. Like,
I sound
you
like
know.
the unicorn. I do exist, but you know.
I know. I always talk about her, because you talk about the love of your life, but she's at home. We have twin boys, and it's a busy time in our lives right now. So to get out of the house is a miracle, and we
Date
did
night.
it.
Yes, we
We're
did
out.
it. We did it.
We don't have to be back for like hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And speaking of boys, Mother's Day is a week away. Any plans you wanna? You have plans for her, right? Like you have big plans.
Of course I do. I got all kinds of plans planned. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Just prepping him just in case.
Yeah.
Mother's Day, all she wants
In
to
a
do
week.
is just
In a week.
basically, she wants to float around in a pool and not have to listen to the boys scream. Like, I put out the fires,
Yeah.
you know?
That
And
sounds
on
like-
Father's Day, she
Just
puts out the
floats.
fires, and
Just
that's the
float in
agreement.
pool, yeah.
Isn't that is
Yep,
kind of what you
that's
want to
great.
do, right?
Yep. Just float in a pool.
I mean,
Yep. No fighting.
anything you want to do, you let me know.
All right.
And okay, so this is kind of a moment for me because I watched Passions all through high school. So this is like I'm trying to collect myself.
As Ethan or as Brady? What do you?
Well, I see you as Ethan, but I also know that you get nominated. You're nominated not for Ethan tonight. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Specifically the nomination?
You and your nominations and your long history in soap operas, killing it. You got a lot of things to be happy for.
Well, number one, thank you for watching Passions. Passions was so much fun. That was we loved that show.
Yeah, it was
Some of the
great.
best years of our lives were while I was doing that show, and that family, because we all started at the same place, pretty much. I mean, I joined 3 years later, but there was no giant hierarchy. There was no, well, I've been here for, 60 years, so, everyone was just happy to be working, and we knew what we were doing. It was a crazy show.
It was crazy.
Demons, bleeding walls.
Witches.
I was a demon. That was my first role on Passions. I don't know if you know that.
Did not know that.
Remember when Teresa went to hell?
Teresa was kind of always going to hell, though.
Fell in a river and went down to hell, and there was this big demon that turned into Julian Crane. That was me. That was my first role on the show. So we're used to doing weird, crazy stuff. But when I think about that moment, and now that I'm here talking to you, and you're asking me about my nomination, it's pretty surreal. It's nutty, but I'm happy about it. Wish Ethan could have been nominated. That
would have been cool, but you know what? You got nominated for the right role that you were supposed to be nominated for, so that's all that matters.
You're darn tootin'. You're darn tootin'.